Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's reading will be for the Zodiac Libra, so if you have any dominant placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Stellium, which is 3 placements or more, then this will be your reading. Just a disclaimer that not everything will be for you, so just take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else, as it's a collective message. So, let's move on to your reading. Before I started shuffling, I did see the Queen of Wands. So it's interesting that it is at the bottom of the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is the underlying energy. Kind of seems like this is the energy you're embodying at the moment. I think you're needing to be a little fearless, a little brave, needing to stand in your power. I kind of get the feeling that there is someone else in this reading coming in as a Knight of Swords. They don't seem like they're very happy. So you could have gone through some kind of relationship breakdown. It doesn't have to be romantic, but I think for a lot of you it will be. If it's not romantic, it could just be somebody that's hurt, that you were like close with, or that maybe they thought they were close with you. And it seems like they could be acting out of their emotions. I kind of feel like they feel very righteous because they feel hurt over something. And I guess that's why you're needing to be in this Queen of Wands type of energy. Underneath is actually a reverse King of Swords. It kind of gives me, someone that can say some nasty things, or maybe just speaking without thinking. On the extreme scale for some of you, I think, they could have some narcissistic tendencies. I mean, obviously, I don't know, so just take what resonates for your situation. They definitely don't seem like they're very clear-minded at the moment. I kind of feel like you guys are feeling the burden of this situation. So potentially this has taken a toll. I kind of get the feeling like it could, for some of you, be like a misunderstanding. Like maybe something came across a different way than what you intended it to come across. Like you might have tried to, I don't know, hold some boundaries with somebody in like the politest way that you knew how, and it still came across like they felt attacked or something like that. I kind of like, I'm looking at this fox and he's like, what on earth? I don't know, kind of seems like maybe you feel a bit like that, like not really sure what happened, or maybe feeling like it's a little bit of an overreaction. I feel like for some of you, you could have been blindsided. I kind of feel like there could have been a lot of things said really quickly, like fast, maybe through messages or something like that. And you kind of just feel a bit blindsided by it, like you just didn't see it coming, like it wasn't expected. I guess if it was a misunderstanding, then you're feeling a little shocked because it wasn't your intention. For others of you, I feel like you do actually realize like what's happened isn't like, I feel like there is an element of like in the beginning you might have felt like that, but like you're still dealing with somebody who you're not so shocked by. Like maybe you've been dealing with it for a while, and you're kind of just feeling that burden, you know, of having to deal with them. And maybe you're tired. Fox does look a little tired now that I'm looking at him. So yeah, that makes sense with the Four of Swords. You may need to take time for self-care. Try not to take on the mental burden when you don't need to. Like, you know, if you're dealing with somebody who's you know, throwing a lot of mental words at you, or jargon, or just a lot that you're dealing with mentally, I feel like try and compartmentalize it a little bit if you have to. Don't go like dwelling on it too much, because I think you'll start ruminating in your head. You'll go round and round without any outcome, and it's probably what this person is, I guess, aiming for, if it's malicious. I feel like for some of you it could be like they're acting out of a place of hurt, and it kind of seems like they don't really care. Like maybe they're not like consciously being malicious, but I do feel like there's an element of like they're literally not thinking about your feelings, because they just feel like they're so hard done by, and they feel righteous in their actions. So yeah, I think there is something to come out of it, if you can get out of your head and actually learn to center yourself through the mental overwhelm. You know, if it's consuming you inside your brain, and you can learn to you know, center yourself or call your energy back or whatever, I think you'll actually get a gift out of it. I mean, that could be the gift in itself, because that's a pretty neat thing to be able to do. Like, it is a skill, especially for you, Libra. I kind of feel like you potentially do overthink things a lot, or you know, maybe you just are right now. But you are an air sign, so that would make sense. Now, there's something here with this card. Maybe you're feeling quite insecure having to deal with this, and like not very grounded, feeling insecure and not safe. Maybe your base chakras not very balanced right now when you're having to deal with this. I feel like if you can find a way like compartmentalizing, you know, like the self-care, but if you can find a way to detach from this and not let it bother you, I feel like you'll come to a place where you have a new breath of life. This card literally says the breath of life. That could actually be the gift that you receive. Is like, it makes me feel like it's like the ability to gain clarity when you don't feel clear. And I do feel called to say, like, when that happens and you gain clarity, when you're not feeling clear, it actually helps you make better choices. It helps you connect in with your intuition. So you're not going into like a flight or fight response, and you can act a lot more rationally and in your best interest and for your highest good. Yeah. All right, Libra, I think that's all for you today. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you found some comfort or clarity in that reading, maybe some validation at least. Let me know in the comments. Feel free to like the video if you don't know what to say, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.